Spencer, let me throw a comparison at you, yeah? Remember, everyone was saying Errol Spence is going to wipe the floor with Sean Porter, right? He's too good, he's too slick, he's too quick.
Yeah, and he got a run.
Remind me how that fight went.
Listen, it was a close fight, bro.
And could Chisora not do a Porter? Is he not the stocky, shorter, tougher, head on the chest, hugging on the ropes,
100%.
swing and pray, not even looking? He's got a chance.
Yes,
He's got a chance.
Good point. I like that one.
Is the Sean Porter comparison fair though?
Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Like, welcome. The first time we're doing a Zoom interlink for The Fight Is Right, hosted by myself, Spencer the Knowledge Peron, and my partner in legality, Babatunde Ajayi, the Master Genius. We got loads of people, so I'm grateful to everybody who jumped on because we can debate boxing. That's what we want to go do. We got some great fights coming up tomorrow. Firstly, we have to start with Derek Chisora versus Oleksandr Usyk. What's your call for the fight, October Red? What you saying?
Wow, that's just raw first on the spot. Okay.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Right, okay. I've been there. I've watched a couple of Usyk's fights back, as I've done with Chisora. I'm going to take a risk and say that Chisora is going to do it if he does it in the first 6. I'm going to say that because he likes to stick it on people. He's aggressive from the get-go. If he ties up Usyk and Usyk can be hit, everyone's going on like he can't be hit. He can be hit because if you watch him versus Bellew was hitting him. If you watch him versus Chaz Witherspoon, he was also hitting him as well. So if Derek catches him in the first 6, I think it could be lights out.
Okay. Mike, what have you got on that? What are you thinking, Mike? Mike, welcome to the show for the first time. Mike's our American correspondent. Babatunde Ajayi knows a lot about you because we used to be at that Ava channel. Now you're doing your own stuff. What's your call, Mike?
Honestly, I got to lean towards October Red. I'm looking at Chisora, and I'm thinking Chisora is going to introduce Usyk to the heavyweight division. I don't think Chaz Witherspoon was a good barometer of the heavyweights Usyk is planning on facing down the road. And I think Chisora, being that he fought Fury, Dylan White, and how he looked against Takam, a guy his height, his level. When he fight guys his height, his level, he does pretty good with them. It's when he fights those bigger guys, he has more trouble. And I'm really thinking Chisora with his pressure and with his overall just mauling kind of mentality. I don't know if Usyk is going to be able to keep Chisora off of him. But coming in at 217 kind of tells me maybe Usyk is planning on doing a whole lot of moving in this fight, and he might be able to box Chisora to a 12-round decision. But if you're asking me, I'm leaning with Chisora.
Okay, now listen, remember Tunde, we got your old guy you trained with from back in the day. You know what I mean? Former English, like welterweight. Sorry, yeah,
yeah, not well. Yeah,
for me.
Not well.
Tommy won a few things. He won that WBC belt as well, innit, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, the WBA Continental.
There you go.
Yeah, I picked up a couple. I boxed back in my day.
Mixed up with your weight, Tommy, it's because you look so big now.
Oh, mate, I'm sitting at 14 stone, mate.
That's crazy. Listen, I remember, Tommy, when we done the first Camp 24,
yeah,
Tommy, he lied about his age to get in the competition. And this kid was the fittest kid I've ever seen.
I was 16, wasn't I?
Yeah, crazy. You know, you made it through. Bro, time flies. So it just shows you. Now you're 14
we had
stone.
to sit down, didn't we? We had to sit down and say,
now you're 14 stone.
I've got something to tell you. I'm 16.
You're 14 stone eating 5 guys, milkshakes and burgers.
Do you know what? Do Do you know what though, Tun? I'll be honest, hand on my heart. This is the first time I can actually, like, I've done a tweet. I haven't been on Twitter in a long while, and I thought, you know what? I've got that buzz back about boxing, and but you know what it is? It's because I've got a lot of slates saying, "Why are you so looking forward to the boxing this weekend?" Yeah, and do you know what it is? It's because I think I'm happy in myself now. Like I can actually. 2 months ago, I couldn't even watch a boxing show since when I got the brain injury, you know. And
2016.
You know, 2016, yeah. And you know, it's like the first time I'm actually looking forward to it because I'm happy with myself. I believe. I don't think it's a box so much of the card. I think because like everyone's going, oh, it's a terrible card. And I know it's not the greatest undercard. I get that, but I'm just looking forward to being able to enjoy a bit of boxing this weekend, you know, because we've got 2 shows on, and I don't think they're great, both of them, top of the bills.
Yes, sir. So what's your overall prediction for the Chisora fight?
Oh, everyone, by the sounds of it, everyone's going to hate me on this chat because I'm going Usyk all day long. I can't see Chisora winning this fight one bit, mate.
So what's your reasons? What's your reasons for picking Usyk?
I just think Usyk is up there. When you go through like Derek's like losses, I think Usyk is up there with the pedigree of the boys that have beat him. You know.
Yes.
And I know that obviously I know he's coming in. They always say a good big man always beats a good little man and all that.
Yes.
But mate, the geezer's 17-0. You know what I mean? And he's on fire at the minute.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's 2-1 so far. Next I want to ask Asa, and then I want to bring in Southwest Boxing, and then Amin, and then Bobby. So let's go. And then I think we're gonna bring in. Let's go those 3 first. So Asa, Southwest, and Amin.
Hey fellas, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mate.
Okay. I'm thinking. Hey Spence, what's up, mate? I'm good, thanks. I think it's an interesting fight, man. Going back and forth a little bit, but I'm thinking Usyk is gonna pull it off. But I think it'll be a bit of a wall, you know. I can see maybe both guys getting dropped. I think Usyk in the later rounds is gonna be, you know, kind of too much. But I think early it's gonna be super explosive. Like I want Derek to win, I just don't know if he's gonna pull it off, you know. I'm thinking Usyk in a war.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mr. Bear, are you still out in America, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Can we just tell our listeners like what you've done? Because people just think you're some regular guy on our chat. Can you tell people what you've done, please, brother? Because you're a very accomplished trainer.
Yeah. I moved out here, man. I probably moved out here 14 years ago or something like that. And then my wife's from Ohio, so I lived in Ohio for a couple of years, and we moved to Florida near Tampa 2.5 years ago now. And I have a big gym out here. We're doing our own promotion with KO Addiction. You know, training some elite fighters right now. Jose Miguel Borrego right now. I've worked with many good fighters over here. Steve 2-pound Forbes. I know a lot of the Brits love the Contender. Just some good fighters, man. Doing a lot of work with PBC and Top Rank. But again, we did a second show ourselves out here a week and a half ago. COVID right now, but we're doing another one December 11th out here in Tampa with KO Addiction again.
Okay, beautiful stuff. Who we passing up to now?
Southwest Boxing.
Southwest Boxing, my
Scott,
brother.
let's go, bro.
Lads, it's an absolute pleasure to be on here with you all. Thanks very much for inviting me to start off.
Yes, sir.
Nah, man, it's a pleasure.
Do you know what? People often say Eddie Hearn is the master at selling fights, but I think David Haye, in the lead up to this fight, honestly, he's got me believing.
Wait. I told Spencer, David Haye is the black Eddie Hearn.
Mate, honestly, I think Chisora could honestly beat Muhammad Ali.
Trust me.
Southwest, the way that David Haye almost like Chisora's already won.
Yeah. Trust me. You know who David Haye reminds me of? David Haye reminds me of Orly Harrison. Oh, you kept on believing him. You kept on believing Andy Harrison.
Yeah. I tell you what, lads, I'm going to be jumping in my car tomorrow, and I'm off of the bookies. I haven't told the missus yet. I'm putting the mortgage on Chisora to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
No, I got to
thing that happened to Chisora in the past 3 years. Like David Haye has really helped Chisora a whole lot ever since he hired him as his manager. It has been great.
I think what's really important, though, I think for us to remember is Usyk is obviously, you know, what's he had? Something like 126 fights as amateur and pro, amazing fighter. He's been quite inactive. He fought, you know, Bellew in 2018. He's fought Charles Witherspoon once. He's untested at heavyweight. Chisora has been probably the most active, the most in the best shape of his life. If he's going to beat somebody like Usyk, the time is tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow. Let's have it.
That's excellent. 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 So we're going with Chisora then, Scott?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So let's go. Amin next. Amin.
Yeah, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, boss. You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hold on. Before you start, what is this? Is this a Camp 24 reunion?
What's going on, Tommy? You good?
How you been, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. You right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Love it. Come on. Anyway, let's go, Amin.
Yeah, Tunde, I'm still waiting for my Stamina for Sale t-shirt, you know.
Oh, come, bro. Press, bro. We've gone digital now. Just order online. StaminaForSale.com.
Where's my discount code?
I didn't get mine.
Come on.
All right. Okay, listen, to the fight. Yes. If I'm deciding with my heart, I think Chisora's got to set a frenetic pace early. You know, I've studied Usyk because when he was boxing Bellew, one of my cruiserweights was sparring Bellew, so I study Usyk a lot, so we can help out Tony the best we can. And I just think if he's gonna make a dent, he needs to do it early. He's got a 3-round window, in my opinion, to be able to do it. But like I said, I study Usyk. I've seen everything that he brings to the table, from the amateur pedigree to the World Series of Boxing, and I could just see him being too clever, too tricky, especially in that southpaw style, long range, using his feet, and just frustrating DERECK. I can either see a wide points decision, or maybe even a late stoppage. I hate to say it, maybe even a late stoppage.
For Usyk, yeah?
For Usyk, yeah. But listen, my heart's with DERECK. You know, I really hope he can pull it off. But I think if he's gonna do it, he's got to set a frenetic pace. He's got to be Derek Chisora. You know, he's got to be like just come in bullish. Maybe even try and ruffle the feathers of Usyk.
Yes.
You know, do something dirty in there early.
Ahead,
hit him low, hit him behind the back. Just make it a rough, tough fight for him. But he's got to do that early. You can't let him settle.
Don't you think you need to set traps?
A question?
Sorry, say that again, brother.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think the almost 40-pound weight difference is going to play a big part in this fight?
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, I think, you know, but I think Chisora's he's got to make that statement early, because once you let somebody with the pedigree of Usyk get in his stride, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to turn the table then.
It's speed versus power, isn't it?
It is, yeah, all day long. Do you know what I mean? All day long. But it's that boxing IQ as well.
Skill versus balls.
You know, Floyd used to say they can hit harder, they can be faster, they can be tougher than me, but they're never going to be smarter than me. And I think that's the level of IQ that Usyk brings to the table.
I like you, Evan.
Why are we acting like Derek Chisora don't have pedigree too?
Come on, to the team. Listen,
the longest, and he has fought the better heavyweights.
Come on, Tyson Fury,
against
Vitali Klitschko.
He didn't look against Witherspoon. Derek Chisora looked damn good his last fight against Dylan White until he got knocked out. I'm just saying. A top tier heavyweight.
Even the build up after.
Top tier heavyweight. He was a good cruiserweight. Being a good cruiserweight don't make you a top tier heavyweight.
No, I agree. No, listen, I agree, but I also believe that for Chisora to make an impact, he needs to do it early.
All right. Let's move on. Can we want
Bobby Wright, man. Bobby Wright, our brother from another mother.
Big Bobby.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, let's get Bobby in there. He's our guy.
So my prediction is, I reckon Delbo just needs to cut the ring down. He needs to cut the ring off, and I reckon he'll clip him in the 5th round. I think Delbo is going to clip him in the 5th round, and I think he just needs to. He just needs to lean on him a bit more and use that extra weight he got. I mean, what did Usyk come in as? 15 stone something, was he?
14 stone 4 is the cruiserweights.
Yeah, exactly. So
he's 117 pounds.
Exactly. So I just think he just needs to lean on him, like Admin said, rough him up, lean on him, cut the ring off, and then double up on the jab like he was doing against David Price. I'm not saying David Price is exactly the same as Usyk. Obviously, different skills than that. But what I'm saying is if he gets in his face and puts him on the back foot, it might be a different story. We might be talking, what a game plan Chisora had.
All right. Let's move on. We've got 10 minutes, so I want to get in Chris next. Ring wraps. Let's go, Chris.
Me?
Yes, sir. Bien.
50-50. My mind is saying Usyk. No, my mind is saying Derek, but my heart is saying Usyk. Okay. I could see Derek knocking out Usyk in the later round, or I could see Usyk beating Derek.
How do you see Usyk beating Derek?
You know what? Just dodging him, running around him, take him to the later round, off round, on points. I can't see Usyk knocking out Derek. I can't. Yes, Derek. Yeah.
Okay, good points. And ring reps?
Hey, yo, big up the man and big up Tunde, big up Spencer, South London in the house.
Come on, you know the set.
I'm loving the chat, man. I'm loving the banter in the group. Hey, I'm not going to repeat what everyone else said. Spencer, let me throw a comparison at you, yeah? Remember, everyone was saying Errol Spence is going to wipe the floor with Sean Porter, right? He's too good, he's too slick, he's too quick.
Yeah, and he got a run.
Remind me how that fight went.
Listen, it was a close fight, bro.
And could Chisora not do a Porter? Is he not the stocky, shorter, tougher, head on the chest, hugging on the ropes,
100%.
swing and pray, not even looking? He's not a chance.
Yes,
he's not a chance.
Good point.
I like that one.
Is the Sean Porter comparison fair though?
Yeah,
you know
it's
what?
fair.
It's fair,
bro.
Right? Because
It's
you know
fair.
that Sean Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs.
Yeah.
But Sean Porter was massive in the amateurs. He had to come. He was massive.
Yes.
Massive.
Yes.
Love the chat, guys.
We've got that's a great point there. Ring wraps. Is
Big up Ring Wraps.
Usama there? Is
I like the
Usama?
black cap as well.
Is Usama
Yeah,
there?
I'm here. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm here.
Yeah, but we can't see you, bro.
Yeah, you got to turn your camera on, bro.
Oh man, come on, guys.
So if I had to turn my camera on, you got to turn yours on.
Yeah, you got to turn your camera on, bro.
This ain't no anonymous chat.
Anonymous.
See your face, bro.
Anonymous chat room.
Bro, this ain't no anonymous thing, Carl. We need to see your face.
No face, no case, innit?
We can't see you, bro.
Turn the picture come out like Police 5. Remember Police 5 was Sean Taylor.
All right, listen. Until Osama gets his camera, let me just say, because we've got about 7.5 minutes left. Let me break down the credentials.
Yeah.
In Usyk, we have the 2011 world champion, gold medalist, amateur. 2012 London gold medalist in the Olympics. 17-0 as a professional. The undisputed cruiserweight champion, the first cruiserweight in history to hold all 4 belts. 2018, he was named the Sports Illustrated, ESPN, Ring Magazine, and Boxing Writers Fighter of the Year. And that's who Derek's coming up against. Derek, 2006, super heavyweight ABA champion, British champion, Commonwealth champion, European champion, 41 fights, 9 lessons. I'm going to say that again. 41 fights, 9 lessons. Because we're not losses, he's learning. And I'm just going to say, I'm going with Del Boy. Because this is the year of upsets.
Okay.
This is the year of upsets. It's the year we see the so-called Matrix get broke up, get decoded. You understand? So boom, I'm not going to long it out because I want to hear Spence, what Spencer's got to say. I'm going with Del Boy by knockout.
Well,
and you see me, I don't do none of that heart, head, 50-50. No, brother. It's one decision. Del Boy by KO.
It's because Chris is a Nigerian con artist. But listen.
Come on.
I'm from the knees, bro.
Hurry up, Spence, man. Hurry up.
All right. This is how I see the fight. I'm looking at two combatants. Usyk did not impress me against Chance Witherspoon. Usyk did not impress me also when he fought Michael Hunter.
Yes.
But those two men are Black American styles. Derek Chisora doesn't possess a Black American style.
That's very true.
Right. Tony Bellew has a more Black American style than what Derek Chisora imposed. And for the rounds that Tony Bellew was in the fight, Tony Bellew, in my eyes, was actually winning until he got clapped out. Difference is this: what can Derek Chisora bring different to the table that these other 17 men haven't tried before and come a cropper to? I got to go for the man who, regardless that he didn't impress me, he always finds a way to win. There's times when Derek Chisora, when he was up 3 years ago, when he fought for the European title against Cabell, when he fought for the European title, Cabell used foot movement and outboxed Derek Chisora. Cabell is not in no league of Usyk. I think Usyk, as a cruiserweight, is an all-time great. This is heavyweight boxing, but I believe that he'll be able to muster enough to run around Derek Chisora to get a wide points win, but on the scorecards, it won't be that wide. And I got to go for Usyk because he has the better pedigree. And I also believe that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. But
okay, Spence. Even though we know he's not a dog and he's a human being, but I get your point. I get your point. But listen, guys, we want to wrap this up because we want this out tonight. Let me just say thank you to Southwest Boxing, Scotty, Amin, Khan, Bobby Wright, Chris, Tommy Martin, Mike, On Sports, my man Ring Raps, and Asa Beard. It has been an absolute pleasure having you on, and I know we're going to do this again. The reason being is I want to interact with all of you, me and myself and Spencer, and I think it's good for us to talk. So thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure, and that's from me. Spence, you got 2 minutes. You want to close that out?
We're going to close it out. This is quite simple. You know what I mean? It's a plum pleasing pleasure. You have to remember that boxing transcends everything. Everything. And being on this post right now with October Red, you know what I mean? We're out in America with Mike, with Issa, we got Amin, you know what I mean? Tommy Gunn, my little brother from another mother. He's the guy, you know. I'm going through all the rest of Southwest boxing.
Big Bob's
anyway, and also happy birthday to Bobby's birthday last week. So everyone gave me a message for that. So happy birthday to Bob. Right. So I'm telling everybody, keep it. The fight is right because it is right. Thank you for being on the live. Thank you for being on the show. We're gonna get this out tonight. I mean, if we went through the skills, it was kind of like 50-50. A lot of people choosing Chisora, a lot of people choosing Usyk. But for the back of that, boxing's won. And stay tuned also for the big fight with Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz.
And it was, the results on the scorecards was 4 each. 4 each.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just finish up, Spence. You know how we say, we end how we start.
Okay.
Dream it, believe it, become it.
You best believe that. Come on down.
Thank you, everyone.